ready to make you a great woman, you'll know he's gonna make you great by how you suffer.
I don't do homewrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women. I would never do that to another woman because I would never want that to me.
And how young is he?
Super young.
22.
Yeah. He's living on the edge. He don't know shit. You see him?
Right.
He's a jolly idiot. They say ignorance is bliss. That fucker's a retard.
You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. Talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a light. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on.
I don't do homework. I'm not some side piece mom. I don't play those games. I back women up, so I'd never do that to another woman because I'd never want it done to me. So yeah, I kept my distance until he was single. But now, it's official. Travis Hunter's marriage, done. Over. And he's spiraling. But here's the real jaw-dropper. This divorce isn't even the wildest part. Before Travis could wrap his head around losing the woman he thought was his forever, boom, she drops her shiny new engagement photos on Instagram, and not just to anyone, but to his own teammate on the Jaguars. You could practically hear his heart shatter through the screen. Now the streets are asking, who's been lying this whole time? Was Leanna running some secret playbook Travis didn't even know existed? Or was this man just blind to the game being played right in front of him? If you've been keeping up with the whispers, you already know there's been chatter about their marriage being on thin ice. But what's got the internet completely losing its mind is that leaked photo of Leanna cozied up with Travis's teammate. It started bouncing around Reddit and private group chats like wildfire. And get this, the drop hit right before 7 p.m. prime time, maximum eyes. The first picture? Leanna in a sleek white silk dress glowing like she just won the lottery. The second? His teammate, down on one knee looking like he just claimed victory over more than a game. The third? Them locked in a kiss, that diamond on her finger catching the light like it was planned for the perfect money shot. No caption, no explanation, just forever. Some friends were dropping the congrats in the comments like nothing happened, wishing her the best, while slipping in shady little jabs about her finally leaving a toxic situation. Others were bold, throwing out lines like, "We been new," and "Y'all just catching up." That's when the reality hit. This man in the photo? No way it was Travis. This wasn't a flashback. This was proof. She had officially leveled up with another man. But here's where it turns from messy to cold-blooded. According to insiders, Travis didn't get a warning, a phone call, nothing. He found out the exact same way the rest of us did, scrolling the internet. And when it hit him, he lost it. The very next morning, Travis showed up to the Jaguars facility late. No smile, no handshakes, no what's up to the squad. He walked straight past the media, stormed into the locker room, and beelined to that teammate's stall. People inside say it wasn't a chill, man-to-man talk, it was straight up shouting. Not how could you, but how long. That right there told everyone in earshot that Travis wasn't surprised something went down. He was hurt by how deep the betrayal ran. No punches were thrown, but the yelling was so loud folks outside stopped what they were doing. And just like that, within the hour, Travis was gone. No team meetings, no practice. By that night, his Instagram looked like a crime scene. Half the roster unfollowed, including the teammate, the fiancé, and even the head coach. And when he finally spoke, it was short, quiet, but it hit like a brick. Y'all think you know people. That's all it took. The comments section went insane. Snake emojis flooding the screen, the teammate's name getting spammed like a trending hashtag. People begging him to drop the whole story, but Travis just sat there, blinking a couple times, then ended the live. No warning, no explanation. In the clips that leaked online, you can see it. Travis looks broken, eyes red, tears ready to fall, his whole face telling a story of someone who just had the rug ripped out from under him. This wasn't your everyday breakup. This was the kind of soul-crushing, life-altering pain you survive once, if ever. And just when everyone thought it couldn't possibly get uglier, it did. The twist nobody was ready for. Rumor has it, Travis and Leanna are expecting a baby. No official announcement, but the whispers have been loud. Reddit threads, blind items, and sources all claiming Leanna is already a few months along. One blind item even spilled that the pregnancy's been kept under wraps because the relationship is such a public train wreck. According to that source, this A-list athlete's wife is pregnant. But instead of celebrating, Travis's lawyer is allegedly demanding a paternity test before the divorce moves forward. That's how bad the trust is right now. On the surface, it looked harmless, just two lovers doing something sweet they'd been planning for a while. But one quick scroll down the comments told a different story. That's where the real questions started popping up. Was this just a genuine feel-good post, or a calculated PR stunt to distract the blogs and calm the storm? Fans weren't holding back. One wrote, "She was just crying saying she didn't want to be in this relationship. Now they're buying a cat?" Another hit harder. "Who's getting the cat in the divorce?" That last one must have touched a nerve because Travis himself jumped in, replying, "Believing that rumor is crazy. LOL." But that LOL felt forced, like he was laughing to keep from losing it. And that's the painful part. Travis had always defended Leanna. No matter what was said, he stood by her, which made her getting engaged to his teammate before their divorce papers even dried a dagger straight to the heart. It broke him in ways the public's just now starting to see. But hold up, this rabbit hole goes deeper, because once the story exploded, old videos started resurfacing, and they weren't a good look for Leanna, like that post-game celebration against the Titans, where she hugged that teammate first, before even looking at Travis. Back then, people laughed it off as Team Mom energy. Now, not so funny. Or the charity gala where she didn't even arrive with her husband. Even the locker room started noticing. One source, a former player turned analyst, claims the whispers started months back. He says that after practice, this teammate would always hang back, claiming he was waiting on a ride. But that ride almost always turned out to be her. And here's where it starts to feel planned. Just 2 weeks before their engagement went public, that same teammate signed a multi-year extension, guaranteed money. And right after that, Leanna's social media flipped like a switch. Fewer posts with Travis, more cryptic captions about new chapters and finally choosing happiness. The timing had everyone asking, did she wait for him to secure the bag before making it official? Thing is, the rumors about Leanna stepping out on Travis have been circling for a long time. Just last year, a blind item claimed that everyone knows the significant other of this A-list athlete calls him a cuck behind his back, and that she'd been trying to hook up with a much older past his prime rapper. That blind item was never confirmed, but fans weren't shocked. If anything, it just added fuel to the idea that Travis and Leanna's marriage was doomed before it even hit year one. It didn't take long before fans started digging, pulling up photos and videos of Leanna in very questionable situations. And here's the wild part. Most of it happened while she and Travis were already dating. For Travis, it was bad enough to have all this hit the internet. You know it's bad when even Bo Wow steps out of his low-key life to drop marriage advice. He told Travis straight up, "Wake up, my guy. See how Leanna is just using you for your money and your status." And he didn't just say, "Leave her." He told him to protect himself. You could tell how serious he was just from his tone. This wasn't some casual opinion, this was a warning. Now fast forward, Leanna's name is tangled up with Travis's own teammate, and suddenly every old clip of people warning him is back on the timeline, haunting him in 4K. And then came the final straw. Leanna herself dropped a TikTok that, to many, felt like a confession without the words. She's on camera, sobbing like her world just ended, while a motivational audio track plays over it. Within hours, the post blew past 1 million views. The comment section turned into a battlefield. Some fans worrying about her mental state, others hyping her up for choosing herself. But then came the smoke. People started calling her out, labeling it pure sympathy farming. One person wrote, "Why are you crying? You cheated." Another bluntly said, "She's running her exit plan already." Dozens more piled in, demanding answers, pointing out the affairs, the teammate, the divorce rumors. And that's when folks started noticing. Those harsh comments, they didn't stick around. Leanna was deleting anything that called her out, leaving only the sweet, supportive ones for the public to see. That's when the timeline collectively went, yeah, something's off here. The receipts weren't matching the story. Travis went live on IG, and suddenly all the puzzle pieces snapped into place. The sly comments where Leanna would joke that Travis wasn't her type, the shady posts, the mysteriously deleted DMs, the late-night whispers to random men when she thought nobody was listening. It was all there, hiding in plain sight. Now fans are asking the big questions. If Leanna really is pregnant, does Travis even try to win her back? Or more importantly, Does she get to walk away with half of everything he's built? And here's where this stops being messy gossip and starts shaking up the game. Multiple insiders say Travis's agent has already been working the phones with other front offices, exploring trades before the season opener. If he leaves Jacksonville, they're not just losing a starter, they're losing the guy who holds down half their defensive scheme. In the locker room, it's clear where the loyalty lies. Teammates are riding with Travis. Even NFL players from other teams are liking tweets dragging the teammate in question. And in league culture, that's basically a public call-out. But the most savage twist comes from a local beat reporter who swears Leanna's engagement post wasn't random at all. Allegedly, she timed it so it would drop while Travis was at a charity event, surrounded by cameras and reporters, just to make sure his reaction was caught on tape. So here's the million-dollar question. Did Leanna and that teammate cross the line months ago? Or has this been an inside job from day one? Was every smile, every post, every sideline hug part of a bigger play that Travis never saw coming? Until someone inside that locker room speaks, all we're left with is one haunting image. Travis Hunter, sitting alone in the dark, hoodie pulled tight, watching the woman he built a life with slip a ring onto another man's hand while the whole world watched. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, because trust me, this story is far from over and you won't want to miss what comes next. See you in the next one.